What if I told you there's a way you can learn all the major scales just by using a phone number? Now, I'm not talking about downloading an app or something like that, but a way to memorize all the major scales. When you start progressing beyond a beginner, when you're learning just basic chords, and you want to start learning the fretboard and individual notes, usually that's when you come across scales. And at first it seems very overwhelming, but I'm going to show you the easiest way possible to learn every single major scale. And frankly, I'm not sure why other music teachers don't teach it this way. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to learn every single major scale without having to do hours and hours of practice. All you need to know is one single phone number. So go grab your uke and get ready, because I think we're going to uke. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. Remember, these lessons are totally free, and this really helps with the algorithm to let other ukulele players find these lessons too. Now, one of the things that I think really draws people to start playing the ukulele is that it's very easy to play. Really, in just one day you could learn 3 chords and start playing some of your favorite songs. And as you progress and learn more chords, you eventually come to the point on your musical journey where you want to learn individual notes. Usually it's because you want to start learning how to play fingerstyle or play some solo riffs or something like that. Well, there's really no way to avoid scales. If you do want to progress and grow your musical skill, you do have to learn scales. But it doesn't have to be a torture. In order to unlock the fretboard here on the ukulele, I'm just going to run through the 4 major scales for G, C, E, and A. Now I just want you to listen to this part. I'm going to play through the 4 major scales real quick. I'll have the major scales listed at the bottom. So starting with the G scale, we have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And then the C scale, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now notice the C scale is the only one that doesn't have any sharps or flats. That's why it's the easiest one to learn. Now the E major scale, we have E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E. And lastly, for the A major scale, we have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Now you probably already know the musical alphabet of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then there's also the in-between notes of sharps and flats. Now sharps and flats are exactly the same thing. It just depends on which way you're looking at it. So if you're playing up the neck to the higher notes, usually you call them sharps. If you're playing down to the lower notes, usually you call them flats. But it's really the exact same note. Like, it's just like my hand here. From my perspective, this is my right side. But from your perspective, this shows up on the left side. But it's the same hand, obviously, right? So sharps and flats are the same thing. It just depends on which way you're looking at it. Here's a reference chart showing all the major scales. Now you may be thinking, well, that's a lot of notes to memorize. I don't want you to memorize them. There's actually a phone number that unlocks all of the major scales. That phone number is 221-2221. So if you follow this pattern, so the 2s are, you just move down 2 frets, 1, you move down 1 fret. So now follow along with me. We're going to use this phone number to unlock the major scales, starting with the G scale. So we have G, we move down 2 frets to A, move down 2 more to B, move down 1 more to C, D, E, F sharp, G. By knowing this phone number, it lets you know how many frets to skip to play the major scale. Now let's try this phone number on the C major scale. So you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now how about the E major scale? E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. And lastly, the A major scale. We have A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. I think knowing a phone number is much, much easier than memorizing all the individual notes for every major scale. Plus, I think it's easier to memorize a phone number than the traditional method of memorizing the words whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now, we just played all the major scales for G, C, E, and A, but it's the same pattern for the other major scales for B, D, and F. So all we have to do is just start like on the D note and follow the same phone number. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. So now by knowing this one phone number, you've learned all the major scales, not only just for the ukulele, but actually for every instrument. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Be sure to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. If you do have questions or you need any help with anything else, just hit me up in the comments below. Also in the description box, I put all of my other links to social media, and I do have a tip jar there if you'd like to help support the channel. Well, until next time, have fun playing and God bless.